Hey guys, and welcome back to Omnifactory. On to episode number 14 now, and off camera, didn't really do too much, I guess I want to say. I made a ton of aluminium, and I did a bit of prep for this episode. We're still smelting some of the aluminium down. So yeah, I did that side. I put a few more salt stacks in here, which essentially I've turned this guy off so that I could use the ethylene directly onto this. We're up to pretty much 4,000 now PVC sheets, so looking quite well now. 7.5 on that side. At the moment, what we're in the process of doing is just finalising a few little bits, and if you can see my inventory, you'll probably know what we'll be getting into. Because what I've actually got smelting down is enough stuff to make 12 vibrant capacitor banks. Not actually that hard. I had a look through and I'm like, it's really not expensive to make. It's really simple. Been ongoing for 15 minutes, sure, but the rest of it is absolutely fine. I've already got 6 here, but as you can see, we're barely actually using any of our machineries. The only thing I'm actually using at the moment is the alloy smelter, the compressor, and the blast furnace. And the power's already been drained, so yeah, it's clearly not good enough, which is what I've done some prep for. We'll be getting into fully automated biodiesel, and it's actually really easy to automate. So if we have a look through here, I dug out the room, used the building guide. It's really easily done. Got us a canola seed farm set up. We've got ourselves down there one of the lanterns as well. So that's how it's all been lit up as per usual. And yeah, we're going to get pretty much straight into it. So off camera I did a little bit of prep, like I said, and the main bit of prep for this episode was getting stainless steel. So I actually made 1,000 stainless steel ingots and processed this down because these are going to be what we'll be using to make some of the machinery. So if we have a look at stainless steel, this is on crafting. Pretty easy to go through. We've got plenty of nickel. The hard part is the manganese and the chrome, but I did have a little bit of chromium, or chromite, is it? Chromite. Yeah, I had some chromite ore, so I basically just or doubled all of that stuff down. Absolutely no problems there. So we've got plenty of stainless steel to go around. If we have a look at our quests, that's probably telling you something else as well. I made a stack of lanthium just because I had it, so I could claim the quest. Absolutely no other reason why. Mid game, I didn't actually put any of the sodium hydroxide dust into my inventory last time, so sure. And I also did a bit of our actually addition stuff, extra utilities stuff, so we've got a few bits of quests to claim from there. I wonder if this still, yeah, so I made a few stacks of the red coal. So what are we up to at the moment? We are 3 stacks in on red coal. The only thing that you need to do is put coal in there. I've got 4 water mills set up. Not a hard recipe, to be fair. It's just MV stuff, so we have it pretty much on automation anyway. So yeah, MV machine hulls and electric pumps. Pretty much stuff we've got fully automated, or at least semi-automated. But that kind of gets us into this episode. So we already have a farmer. We had this from a couple of quest packs actually, but that's the wrong way around. Place you there. It's fine. seeds and stuff in. That's okay. So yeah, the plan is to use the farmer to start fully automating our biodiesel. We'll be using HV kind of machinery to get the power sorted, and then we'll be moving these capacitor banks over there. We'll be keeping this thing running, so I guess we could class this as our backup power, so at least then we've always got a consistent power running, because they're not bad. They're producing 450 each and that guy's 120, but it's going to be nowhere near the levels that we actually need to get everything sorted. So I guess first things first, let's actually claim some of the quests to get these moving. So HV machine hull shouldn't be too hard. If we have a look, stainless steel, let's get that into there. That should automatically run it through. So that's that side. And then in the assembler again, a couple of gold cables with some polyethylene. I should have made plenty of gold cables. Perfect. And stainless steel again. I'm going to put 2 stacks in. Because the plan of action is to actually get 16 of these turbo diesel generators up and running. You didn't mishear, I did say 16. Essentially, that's the maximum you can have for one CEU. So the CEU HV, you have the 4 times and the 16 times. I figured the fact that we're going to be fully automating this, we may as well just fully automate it to the max. So now that we've got our basic HV machine casings, what was it again? It was some gold cables and polyethylene, so that's fine there. Store UI, should have got some polyethylene still, beautiful. Let's get all 16 of these guys in here. Get rid of the soldering alloy for a second and gold cables in. That gives us our HV machine frames. So that's well, we're pretty much halfway there. The rest of the stuff, I should have got everything that I need to get this up and running. So electric motors, we need 4 per because you need 1 for each of the pistons. So if we grab the motors, we actually need 32 of these, so should be fine if I did math right. That's fine there, beautiful. Pistons, we will need, wait a second, no, I've just math completely wrong. I only made half as many pistons, so I should be able to just go like that. 32, that's perfect. And then we need to make another 32 of these guys. I'm hoping that I did the math right. Don't want to risk it. Oh, I did, perfect. Anyway, the rest of it is just tier 3 circuits, which we've fully automated, and stainless steel gears, which is just 4 stainless steel ingots in the extruder with the gear shape. It's half as many as running it through the alloy smelter, so you always want to try and kind of use the extruder and stuff where possible. So in theory, I'm pretty sure I want to make sure I get the quest done first. There we go. HV power storage, so yeah, we'll be using these as well. It's just assembler, more gold cables and polyethylene, 9 battery alloy. So yeah, should have made plenty of this. Let's just check. See what's happening down here. Why is my headset not working? Sorry, I've lost complete volume in my headset. Still looks like it's picking up on my OBS, so I'll keep an eye on that. Sorry if you can't hear anything, or at least game volume wise. Anyway, there we go. Battery alloy plates. What? So we'll be needing, realistically, to get this up and running, 32, I think. To be honest, battery alloy isn't used for pretty much anything other than the actual batteries themselves, and you can always actually smelt it back down. So we'll make it all into plates for now. But that's that side. So that's that quest side done. I do want to make at least one of these to get that side of the quest done as well. In terms of the red coal, that opened up black steel, which is looking like it's leading us to space, so could get a little bit interesting that side, that's for sure. But let's store that in there. Let's store all of those in there. If I've done my math right, I should be able to just go like that, and we get 16 turbo diesel generators. Beautiful. Anyway, I made a ton of vibrant alloy off camera as well. I'm going to get all of this popped down into wires so that we can use the HV. So HV lossless wire is vibrant alloy, and that's the plan to get that run through. So that's running through fine. We've got the diesel generators. We also need some canola presses. Didn't actually make this off camera, did I? Okay. The plan is to use 4 of these. How far out are we? Very far is the answer. Inori. Got enough to make 1 block. Let's make another 18 of that. Get that running through. Canola press. So we need some steel plates. That's 16 steel plates. Some Restonia. Tend to use a lot of that, and we've got plenty of redstone, so no issues there. Dark steel plates. 16. There we go. Energetic alloy cables. What was it? It was 32, I think. I think that's right. That's all crafting through. How far are we down on the vibrance now? Keep going past it. It's 12 still ready. What are we waiting on? Everything's actually stored except for the red alloy, which is going through there. But obviously we've just put the lead battery in there. Yeah, so that's running through fine. Okay then, so vibrant alloy energy conduits. Like I say, what I'm going to do is upgrade these guys to the next tier. But for now, and I'm going to be doing the same throughout our entire base as well, I'll be upgrading those to the end stone tier. But for now, I'm going to get these running underneath. So the plan of action with this guy, have I made enough room? Yeah, this is fine. So we want our item conduits here, here, and here. Then we will have our double frame drawer there, and we want framed drawer there. So the plan is that we get canola in that one. This one wants a storage downgrade, and also wants some canola seeds. I need at least one in that one into that, and give me my key. There we go. So they're working fine. Can store all of the extra canola in there. Now let's go underneath. So grab our wrench. change it up through. So we'll be inserting with priority 1, extracts on brown. Insert on green, doesn't need to extract. And insert on brown, extract on green. That should work, and that should mean that any canola seeds will end up going into there. It will prioritize this drawer here so that we've always got at least one stack of canola seeds in there. And the remainder of the overflow will go into there, which we will be using. So if we have a look at our canola seeds, we'll actually be going straight to the empowered seeds. So wait, no, crystallized seeds. Yeah, I thought I was right. So crystallized seeds is just canola seeds under the atomic reconstructor. The way that we're going to get this automated is we'll be getting a storage interface put onto the canola seeds. So what I need to do is actually change that to processing canola. Get this one here. Simple pattern. 1 canola equals 1 crystallized. Then we can go to the dropper with the Inori, and that will work absolutely fine that side. Okay, where am I off to? In fact, yeah, let me grab our conduits as well. So conduits, ooh, probably going to need some more of that. Glass cable as well. And what else? Applied. Should have made some storage buses. I have. And yeah, this room itself, I'm literally just going to be using this as a self-contained self-contained power room. That's the whole idea of this one. Nothing else will realistically be happening in this one. How do I want to do the cabling? That looks a bit of a mess from that side. Yeah, that's not the neatest thing. It'll be fine, I guess. I'm thinking about reworking that in itself anyway, so we'll see how it all goes. That's fine there. And we want we're going to start using the conduits here. And this is all going to run eventually down through there and connect to the rest of our ME conduits here. But I want to get a few bits up and running first. So power supply wise, that's going to come straight from here. So we'll dig out a 2 by 2. How do I want to do this actually? Looking a bit of a mess. The plan of action is to try and get the diesel generators to go down, and then we'll have our capacitor bank in the floors, and then we'll have the cables leading out from there. So okay, that's that side. Let me go and grab some of the extra bits first as well. So what we are going to be needing to get this automated will be the vibrant cables. I think this will be enough. 8 should be fine, and then these guys get chucked into the assembler, and it's 24 with some rubber. Let me make sure that we get some rubber smelt. Ooh, we're very short on rubber actually, or at least resin. Rubber, make 400. How are the capacitor banks going? What are we still waiting for? Are we still smelting battery alloy? grab that out. What are you going to pull through? Of course you're going to pull through more battery. Yeah, that's the side. Right, I'm going to get it to smelt the resin down first because it smelts a lot quicker. Okay, so while we're waiting on that, I'm actually going to set up the space for the diesel generators. So let me grab the destruction gadget, set the depth. So we want it to go down 6, and it will be what I want, a 5 by 5, so up to, down to, left to, right to. That should work if I've done that right. That's clearly not what I asked for, was it? Right 4. Okay, didn't change anything. Oh, did I? I must have pressed cancel. Up to, down to 6. Okay, yeah, that's what I want. So this guy can go here. This is where I'll center it. That should go down. Beautiful, that's absolutely fine there. Now, diesel generators are going to come up from the bottom. So yeah, we'll just drop down for now. Diesel generator there, I think. Or is it this side? I forget which side is the output. I think that's the front of it. So I want to paste them this way, I think. 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. The lanterns doing the jobs down here. Beautiful. 4. 1, 2, 3. Perfect. Break my way out for a second. While I'm over here, I'm going to refill my magnetization, and that'll do for now. So yeah, the generators are going to be down there. We'll have a CEU and some vibrant cables in the middle. So vibrant cables 4 in the middle, and then the CEU on the top. Then we'll have a vibrant capacitor bank on top of that. That should be all working absolutely fine then. Might want to put that one further down actually. What? Yeah, I need it one further down. Oops. Break them all down, of course. Okay, I only needed to take the top one off. Ah well, you live, learn. It's absolutely fine. Anyway, we'll break this out here. I think this is the only space that we'll need, I think. There we go. Too high. 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. And 1, 2. Perfect. Jump back up here. Don't make me do parkour. Ever. I'm useless. Anyway, so that's their side. Then the reason for that is I completely forgot that the CEU is going to sit one higher. So yeah, we needed it one deeper. That's fine. Rubber. 2 stacks should be good for now, I think. So it was 24 there. grab the polyethylene for a second. Let's make the CEU as well. In fact, we can't make the CEU just yet, can we? We need another HV. Everything else is really easy though, so that's fine that side. We've already got the extra vibrant, that's perfect. Okay, so what are we leading to next? So if we have a look at biodiesel, the way it's made is in a chemical reactor and the way that we'll be doing it is this one here, so ethanol and crystallized oil, which is going to produce glycerol and 6 buckets of biodiesel for every 500 millibuckets of crystallized oil. Realistically, we don't need a lot of crystallized oil, and then we'll also actually be using some of the sodium hydroxide dust to get that run through. Now, sodium hydroxide dust, yes, we get it through our PVC process, so it comes out of the electrolyzer, I think, if I'm right. Water in... no. Anyway, yeah, we get it throughout some of that process, and to be honest, we'll have probably got a fair amount of it, so we've got 774 of the actual large dust, so you can times that by 9 for the amount that we get. However, that's not something that we've got fully automated yet. That being said, there is another way of doing it. So you can actually use sodium dust, which we have fully automated, remember, because that's just clay dust electrolyzed, and we have clay fully automated. And water creates that there. So you get hydrogen and sodium hydroxide dust. That's how we're going to be using... that's what we'll be actually doing to fully automate this process itself. So if we go back over here and pull this one up, ethanol is the other side of it. So we'll be making the distillation tower, and we will be using biomass, which is will create as just 700 millibuckets of ethanol and 300 millibuckets of water. We'll just be voiding the water, so there's no issues that side. The reason I'm going to be using the distillation tower is if we actually have a look, there isn't actually a HV distillery, really annoyingly. So we can't just have it as a one block unit like we normally would, like we have in there. So I'm going to be making the distillation tower for the HV reasons, because otherwise it means messing about with slower machinery here and there, so I don't see any problems. Also means that we'll actually be able to claim this quest finally as well. So I'll get those kind of run through. Anyway, let's get this side done here. And yeah, finally got through the last little bit of our aluminium in there. We'll also need some conduits, so ender conduits, ender fluids. And yeah, I'm pretty sure that we should be absolutely fine at this stage. We'll need to get a couple of crafting cards as well, which I'm not sure if I've got. Haven't actually made the recipe yet, so crafting card, make that. There's a recipe. Do I have the card recipe? I already got the basic card, and we want to grab some jungle. Sure. Jungle. There we go. For crafting tables. I'm going to go down because I'm going to actually show you what I've done down here. I completely forgot. I've decided to put that up one further level, and that's going to be the roof, so we've got a decent amount of stuff there. I've also put acceleration cards in all of these guys as well, so we're running really, really quickly on that side every time we need to craft anything. So yeah, I'm pretty happy on that side. Got plenty of storage space. And the plan of action with these guys as well, I'm going to be getting rid of the storage buses off of the back and putting like an extra drawer in this here for each of the pristine matters. Because a couple of things that I have run into is that we will be using more than a stack of some things in some crafts when I'm producing stuff in mass. So I'll be getting some of the storage downgrades put into drawers and things like that. Seems like a good plan. Or I might even do the 4x4 drawers. See how it goes on that side. Anyway, are we done over here yet? We are. Grab both of those. 4 of those in there. With that one first. I made too much. I made too much. I made twice as much. That's absolutely fine. I'll just grab the extra rubber for now. And let me grab the vibrants. So these guys are going to go in the middle of the diesel generators. Straight down. So CEU on top. And then vibrant capacitor banks. So that's the plan for down there. How are we doing on the vibrants? Oh, we might have done. Vibrant. Perfect. So we've got the vibrant capacitor banks. That's easy on that side. End steel. So if we have a look at end steel, because that's the next level of conduit. So end steel conduit is 32,768 per tick. It's, I think it's 4 times the vibrants, pretty much. So they're definitely going to be what we'll be trying to use as and when. Now, end steel wires is literally an end steel ingot, alloy smelt with end steel dust. End stone dust and dark steel ingots. So how much dark steel have I actually got? Dark steel. I'll probably just run through it all. Let me make 64 right now, get that running in, and end stone. So end stone is actually really simple with what we've actually got available to us, that is. So sandstone, not a problem. Extraterrestrial matter and ender pearls, absolutely not a problem. Otherwise it's luminescence and lava. I'm more than happy to be using this recipe for now. Might change down the line, but not a problem with that at the moment. So let me grab some ender pearls, make sure that we get enough of these guys, so I'll be fine there. Then we want to make some sandstone. That should be fine there as well. Now, what was it? End stone. Should have enough to make a full stack, and we shall macerate that down. I've also decided to just start chucking our ores in here, so it will eventually kind of ore double over time. I will be getting a kind of setup purely for our doubling soon, so I can not have to mess around with this really. Yeah, that's something that we'll look into further down the line, I think. Anyway, dark steel, how we're looking. So we've got the dark steel plates, which we're going to be used for the canola presses. Canola press. How far off are we on these guys then? So, have I got any conductive iron wires? We do think we need 4. That's fine there. Got enough. 4, easy there. And pistons, probably not got those. Wait a second. Did I make dark steel plates? I did. Ay. Steel. Steel ingots. 16. It's an easy fix. I made plenty of steel, so no problems there. Pistons. So we need 8 pistons. We'll get that running through on that side. So that's the canola side. Let me grab some of this stuff here. So canola presses, we'll put these here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Get rid of that one. 4. Then we want. How do I want to do this? So we're going to be extracting from this guy. 4. Open this space up here. Could probably get under this easier this way. So we shall extract on blue, always active. That's easy enough there. And we shall see how we're doing on those pistons. Just waiting on the aluminium. As soon as that comes in, all easy. Okay, so that's going to get us our canola oil. Oops, if I actually type up here, canola oil, which we'll be putting through the chemical reactor to grab the crystallized oil. That's it. So it's just a simple recipe, 1,000 to 1,000 with some crystallized canola seeds. Real easy. So how are we doing on that? Looks like it's done. Perfect. Canola press. Should be able to make 4. Oh, I didn't actually make the blocks. There we go. There we go, that should complete that side of the quest, which is actually mid-game, so we're into this one here, so don't know how to explain. One of the easiest ways to start getting biodiesel, canola press, I'll use RAF, unlike everything else in the request tree, canola can be burned for... Okay, yeah, that's fine on that side, so it's just basically going through what it's used for. Biodiesel, water and sodium, so it's telling us there how we should be realistically making it. And yeah, so that's that side. Let's go and pop these guys in. There we go. So these are just going to sit on top. 4. And it was, what are we extracting on this side? Blue. So insert on blue, insert on blue, insert on blue, and insert on blue. Just make sure nothing unwanted went into there. Why are you not extracting? There should be seed. Yeah, so there is canola in here. What's happening? Oh, I never actually activated it. That should, yep, so that's pushing canola in. And given the way that these machines work, I don't think you can actually put seeds in them. I'm just going to double check. Can you put seeds? Yeah, so you can't actually put seeds in them. That's fine. There we go, transfer everything across. So yeah, that's that setup pretty much done. So that's going to be fully automated. We're going to get the power in. Power's going to go underneath that side there, and they will just consistently be producing as canola oil. Now that does leave us to the next stages, so starting to run a little bit long, but this is probably going to be a long episode for the generators. That's not a problem, I don't have any issues there. And so we've got dark steel and endstone dust. That's just going to go into there. Get that smelted down. Let me grab the CEU right now then. So stainless steel. Not this here. In fact, we're going to need a few of these. So how we'll set up stainless steel is we shall grab, I didn't grab them all, stainless steel, plates, I'm happy to just change all of these guys in, so we need to change that back for a second to 8. In. How much polyethylene have we got left? Rubber. I think that's enough polyethylene. In fact, it's probably not. I'll get some more, so gold cables. And some polyethylene sheets. And let me grab those HV holes. There we go. Get a few of the extra HV holes. Yeah, didn't think we had enough. But we've got enough for now, so I'll leave that smelting down for a second. Let me make the CEU, so that's easy enough as well. And this guy is going to sit right on top of these. And which way do you want to face? Actually, I think it needs to face upwards. So I'm gonna just, I might have to do a little bit of a manual adjustment on a few little bits, but we'll see how it goes. Shouldn't be too hard. CEU in that way. What's happening? Let me grab my wrench, face you down. There we go. Turbo diesels in. Ender fluid conduit. So these guys are going to be just in the sides. All inserting, that's fine. I'll go around to here. Insert here. So they've all got at least one connection. That's easy enough. Break this guy down as well. So they're all going to be inserting. How do I actually want to go about doing this side? So let me build up here. So yeah, they will all fill up automatically. That's not a problem. Let me get some of the vibrants in. So vibrant capacitor banks will be going like this. Like so. And the idea is to take the other 6 that are over there, fill those gaps in, and get that side sorted that way. Just going to fill this whole floor in now, just so it's a little bit less of a... I was 100% going to fall into it. Anyway, so that's that side. That's fine for now. We'll be running power directly from the second layer down underneath this here. Not sure how I want this guy set up just yet. I might have to make a change to how that is. Because I want the... okay. That's fine. Let me go and make the last few of the holes. Get one of these. That should be more than enough to get the last few ones through. So what have we got? We've already got our CEU. We've got our generators. We don't need those anymore. Do you want to make the extra circuits while I'm thinking about how I'm going to be doing some stuff? So how far are we out on this guy? HV pump, so stainless steel plates, it's not hard. Rotor, that's not hard either. Soldering alloy, steel plates, just normal steel plates. Throw those guys in there. Stainless steel. What's this guy? In the extruder, it's 3 ingots. That's fine. I didn't know whether it would be ingots or plates. Stainless steel, 12 of those. Get 4 breweries up and running. Normal pipe in there. Get 4 of those. Still got plenty of soldering alloy somewhere. Yep, still got plenty of soldering alloy, so that's fine there as well. What else were we missing? So 4 breweries is just this guy, which need to make all of this stuff. So steel rotors, screws, gold cables, pipes, motors. Okay. That's that side. Because we also still need to actually make the distillation tower. Need some more pipes. That one. Ooh. I thought I'd prepared a lot more than what I had for this episode. I've clearly not done anything. MV machine hull I saw, so I'll get one of those in. I still got the polyethylene I do in there, so that will automatically come through, that's not a problem. Large stainless steel, so 6. Do I have the large? Large, I do. Stainless steel. What was it? It was 4, so 24. Into the extruder. Right then, so can we realistically start this thing up? Not quite yet. In fact, yeah, we can. I'm going to start that guy up. I'm going to take 2 of the capacitor banks that I've already got set up over here that have got power in, and I'll pop these guys into here, like so. Break that thing there, just so I don't fall in. Put that in there. And the end steel conduits, which I had, or at least the end steel itself, should be done, I think. End steel. No, really? How long does this thing take? Gee, it doesn't half take its time. Okay, I also need to make a CEF, so let me grab some more vibrants. Turn all of these guys across. 8 times, 16 times, so CEF, HV, one of these guys. Shouldn't have any problems. That's easy enough there. What happened to all of the battery alloys? So that went in here, I think. Let me just check. So assembler, it's the HV ones. Doesn't need anything. Polyethylene, gold cables. Should have got the gold cables on me still. Clearly not. Gold cables. What is it? 4 per, so 4 times 16. Jesus, I've not actually got enough gold cables, surprisingly. Gold wire, 200 more. Get those filtering in. I'm gonna need a little bit more vibrant, I think. Get half a stack, that should do as well. Just throw those guys in there for now. That's making our HV holes. Going to need more polyethylene sheets as well, or at least polyethylene itself. get that in there. And yeah, so that's that side. So that's fine there. We're going to be running our essentially. So what's going to be happening is we'll be running our cabling under here. I'm going to be putting a void upgrade into this so that this thing constantly runs. I'm not worried about it using power. It doesn't use a lot of power anyway. I'll be using the. So I want to make an export bus as well. So export bus, make one of you, that's fine. So the export bus with a crafting card in to automatically put sodium hydroxide dust in there. So I need to make sodium hydroxide dust. That's bisulfate. Hydroxide dust is this one. So we need that pattern. This can just go over here. That's fine on that one. CEF, HV, oh yes, that's fine there. So CEF is going to be going down here. Onto that one. And then we'll have our cabling and kind of machinery run down this wall here. So we'll have a few breweries in there. I'll put the distillation tower up there. That's the plan. But yeah, I'm going to call this episode here. I'll come back next episode and I'll have got this entire thing completed. I thought I'd prepped a lot more than I have, something that I really need to keep an eye on, really. But I don't want to make the episode too long, really. I'm saying really, really, really too much. Anyway, so that's fine. I'll come back once a few little bits are done. And yeah, I'll come back once everything's got done on the brewery. It is a fully automated system and it's not going to be a problem. I am interested to see how much power this thing actually generates, because I'll be honest, I have no real clue how much it will be generating. And we'll see what actually happens on that side. But you know what? I'm going to do the rest of it off camera, like I say, but I'll put a sneak clip in at the end, just like a quick 5-minute section. So I'll see you guys in a minute once I've got everything done. Okay, so as I say, coming back in now pretty much with the, well, we are with the end product, how it's going to be sat. Haven't fully tested it yet. The generators haven't been running, so fingers crossed everything will work. I have gone about and changed all of the conduiting, so we're now running on N-steel conduits. We have a ton of those left. Changed all the vibrant up, so yeah, let's show you how it's finished. As I say, it's taken me, I want to say, about an hour or so. I thought I'd done a lot more prep than I had, so this is what we've ended up with. I think it's, yeah, it goes pretty well. So if we just dig into the back here, we have a dense infinite water source, which I've got on crafting, so that's easy enough to do. Running into 4 advanced breweries, and these are simply just the same situation that we've got back there. That works fine. If we run underneath, this is all vibrant alloy cabling or wires, whatever you want to call it. We've got the stainless steel distillation tower here, so that we can actually run it on MV power. With this one itself, it did take me a little bit to work out, but if we just for now dig underneath, I completely missed the fact that you need to put a fluid input hatch at the bottom middle of it, so that took a little bit of working out, but I got there in the end. Couple of advanced chemical reactors with some drawers here, so moved all of our capacitor banks across, and as you can probably see, we are completely out of power. Duck over the back here, so this is where all of the mess is happening. Got some fluid interfaces, some export buses, conduiting, but these here, so got some fluid filters blacklisting ethanol. This one should be whitelisting. Oh, this one, sorry, is whitelisting ethanol. Couple of output hatches, so we're straight up just voiding the excess water that we get from this. Under here, so if we dig down, we've got some export buses with crafting cards. This one's got crystallized canola seeds. This one's got the tiny piles of sodium hydroxide. So this is how we're setting the backup here. Item conduiting straight into the two chemical reactors. So this guy here is full of canola oil. This one will be full of ethanol. Let's fill the gaps in. So that's pretty much that side set up. Then you've got the two drawers with downgrades in, so they only have one stack. Over here we've got a fluid interface, which is just straight up taking the entirety of the canola oil straight from there. This should be up and running now. Why are you not? Ooh, what's happened here? That's locked. How did that? Let me grab a. Ooh, we're out of power. Okay, that's why. I should have though, so let me dig across to the back. I should, in theory, in here have some fluids. No. Where's it all going? What have I done? I took everything off power just so that I could kind of see what was going to be happening, and now we are completely off power, so very temporarily, but just so that I can get this back up and running. Thank you. What do we need? We need the what did I want to get? Sodium hydroxide. Grab you there. That'll do for now. This over here is going to be draining all of the power, but this one here wants to have sodium hydroxide in. Gets taken over there. This should be exporting. Oh, I've not actually set up the export on that yet. Oops. Got the cabling running under here, so I'm quickly going to just get rid of that wire there. Just so that I can keep this thing running for a little bit. That should power everything back on, in theory. Grab another one of you guys. I made a advanced capacitor bank so that I didn't have to mess about changing all of the vibrant alloys for the deep mob learning stuff, but yeah, that's fine. I made some extra tanks as well just so I could make it a little bit easier. Fluid output bus. I don't know, fluid export bus. That's what I'm after. It's formation core and piston. Formation core should be easy enough. Piston again should be easy enough. Get that thing running. Thought I'd got everything sorted. Clearly not. Because the final part of this guy is we need to export the... Oh no, that is right. Hold on. What's happening? Something's going wrong. Where is this going? That's going straight into there. Okay, let's change this up. Insert on brown. Wait, is that one? Insert on blue fluid filter. Okay, yes. I messed the filtering system up on that. Okay, I've just wasted a little bit, that's fine. Easy to rectify. Let me grab some water. I had it on a blacklist of ethanol. I completely forgot I'd be multi-using this, so whitelist water. This should fix everything now, in theory. Insert with a whitelist. There we go, priority -1. Okay, please tell me this has sorted it. Crystallized oil is staying in there, that's good. Let me grab the bucket again. In fact, yeah, that's fine. We've already got one on us. Grab some of the crystallized oil and fluid filter, add you to the whitelist. There. Should work now. That's better. So yeah, biodiesel and glycerol, sorry. That's what we wanted to see, so get rid of the water, crystallized oil back, and I'm going to, you can't actually grab it from there, okay. Grab a bucket of you and a bucket of you. That was a quest, didn't realise. I've done a couple of quests, so the seed oil was done as well as the end steel quest, but I'm going to now get rid of you guys again. I think this should work fine now. So ME fluid cell 1's going to be for glycerol, and 1's going to be biodiesel. There we go, so that'll be able to store those guys. Then if I go and pop you back on there, like that. It should be here, I think. Yep, this is the one. Just go down a little bit. Should be an export bus here. There is. So you're going to be exporting biodiesel. And if I put the bucket in there, that should power everything back up. In theory. Or is it just taking it really quick? So it's got the export bus. That's not working. Okay, what have I done? Build down a bit. Where did the fluid go? Perhaps I have got these the wrong way around. Or maybe it's because I haven't got that set up yet. Okay. A couple of little kinks to work out, I guess. Nothing goes the way that I want it, ever. Okay. Temporarily, make sure that this thing... Okay, I didn't make any extra batteries. That does add up a little bit. Going to steal the ones from in here. These should be fine. Thank you. Just take these out. Drop those all in there. Is that actually going to make any power? Doesn't look like it's going up, that's for sure. Let me grab a bucket of biodiesel from here. Just want to actually see what's happening with these guys. So, okay, so that's got biodiesel in there. Okay, that's good. Energy not working. Okay. So these guys have got a little bit of biodiesel in them. and I've got a spare bucket on me. So long as I've got one bucket on me, I can restart the entirety of these guys back up. So I'm not too bothered if I have to break these. Okay, that's fine there. Let me break this thing down here. Okay, switch it round so that these are facing this way. Will you now export your power or not? Doesn't look like you are. Okay. Do I need to screwdriver the back? So that doesn't seem to do anything either. Okay then. What is wrong with these guys? Wrenches there. Perhaps if I have it facing this way, will you go into there? CEU. That's the one that I need, right? CEU. Convert ScrapeTech EU to FE. That's right, isn't it? Have I got this facing the wrong way? Ah, I might have got this facing the wrong way actually. Hold the phone. Let me take these guys out. Build up through that. Grab those guys. Get up to the top. Okay, that's accepting power now. That's what we want to see. Perfect, that's going up as well. Store that over there. Get the 2 vibrants back. That should now accept power, right? No? Wrong? Oh, helps if I actually face it up. Yep, so that's accepting all the power. That's perfect. That's coming in. Okay, that should work now. Now that that kink's gone. So in theory, this should all be back up and running. No, it's not. What's not happening? Oh, I haven't actually connected this here. There we go. Yep, that's fully draining now. In theory, that should come over here. Power up the ME system, which it is, which in theory should be accepting all of the buckets. Biodiesel, perfect. The biodiesel should in theory then be exporting down to here, which it isn't, or it is? No, it is. Okay, but are these guys actually dropping the power or not? Okay. I'm not sure what's happening with the power. Some of them, so this guy here is working fine. How are you facing? As is you. Okay, so that's perfect. Now we know how they need to face. That's fine. So if I get the range back and go like this, there we go. Then we get the cabling back in here. Ooh, wrong one. That should then export all of their power, right? Wrong? Yes, no, maybe. I think so. That's using it. So are you going up? You are, haha. We cracked the code. Let me just make sure I can get this facing the right way, so I should have to jump up this way. That should be fine, right? Yep, that's working. And it's giving the power off. Beautiful. Jump up here. break this thing for a second. There we go. Then we can drop back down somehow. Break that one as well, sure. Break everything. We know it works now. Go, put the vibrance back in. There we go, that gets that one back up and running. Okay, that means that in theory I can close this thing off. Because that will run over there automatically. Crystallized oil, waiting for... Why are you not exporting? That should have it in there. So yeah, tiny piles of sodium hydroxide, that's fine. That's running without any issues. What is the problem? Tiny piles of sodium hydroxide. Why are you that recipe? Sodium hydroxide dust. Clear that. Go into there. That's what we're after. Let me get the sodium. This one's no good. Okay, that should work now. Right? So yeah, crystallized canola is working fine. Let's go over here and just check that that's it is. So that's exporting perfectly now. And we're getting some biodiesel come through. And we're getting a very nice amount of power, that's for sure. Let me see what we can do on this side. So export bus. Break this down a little bit again. Get to the export bus. Tempted to put some acceleration cards in there because we're clearly getting enough biodiesel. Sure, acceleration cards. I'm gonna get 2. What are we missing? I'll just get 1 then, because that's all I can afford to make at the moment. Acceleration card. Nope, not 1,000, just 1. There we go, that's fine. And yeah, so that's pretty much everything set up. We've got our backup power over here. And this over here should, in theory, everything work fine. So yeah, we're getting a net gain of 20,000, well, between like 14 and 21,000 RF a tick with everything running. The breweries are keeping up, which is nice. Canola oil possibly isn't actually keeping up, but the ethanol is what's going to be slowing us down. So it shouldn't be a problem once this is backstacked. Yeah, so this is why I wanted to go for the HV, and to be honest, this is actually running on EV power. So probably a good idea to grab some batteries as well, because I don't think everything will run at the same time. Okay, what are we doing? How are we doing on biodiesel? Is it actually building up or not? See, biodiesel is not actually building up, so I'm not too worried about that at the moment. How are we doing down here though? So break that again, just so I can get down. Are these generators? So yeah, the generators are actually using more than it's actually able to produce at the moment. So I might have to ramp a few things up. But again, it's the issue that I have is that what's keeping us down is the fact that we're not producing enough ethanol, which isn't something that I can really increase at the moment. I'm just not in the position until I can at least get into EV, because I'll be able to produce 1 block distilleries instead of having to use the bulky thing there. yeah, so canola oil, not a problem. We're producing more than what we can actually use. The slow burner is the ethanol, which I should have actually. I'm going to steal what I've got over here. Just temporarily. Get some tanks. Easy way to do it. Grab you. I don't know which ones are full, which ones aren't. What have you got in you? Rubber, soldering alloy, polyethylene. And you. Just place these guys down so that they get configured. Why are you not? Ah, it was the other way around. Okay. Grab the ethanol from there. Go, get that running in. Then that should mean that there's some ethanol. Yeah, so plenty of ethanol over here as well. Basically just stealing our backup at the moment, but yeah, it's just so that I can get everything really running. Once everything's kicked off, it will slow down though, so that's not going to be a problem. The only time it'll really build up is when it gets to a stage that we start using like the blast furnaces, multiple blast furnaces. So I've really not got a problem at all. Definitely been a longer episode though, that's for sure. Go get that in there. Yeah, crystallized oil's not a problem, but just go down here again, so that's fine. But yeah, that's how I'm gonna leave it. Very happy with the progress for this episode. Longer episode than normal, but I'm not too fussed about that. Got a lot of good things up and running. Gonna see what we can do, and I'm gonna have to keep an eye on what I actually need to do off camera more. Yeah, did not think it would take as much effort as it actually did, but that's fine. We'll deal with that. I'm gonna dig down here actually. Get this up and running. There. I probably should take it one more. Just so I can cover it up. There we go. There we go. Just so I think it looks a little bit better. And conduit's not a problem at the moment, so that's absolutely fine. Put the last little bit of ethanol in. Go. Perfect. Get that all run through. And yeah, we're already up at 200 million RF. Off camera, definitely going to get this thing filled back up with battery storage, and yeah, just going to keep an eye on everything really. It shouldn't be too much of a problem. We're producing more than enough canola seeds with this farm itself, and canola is actually the problem, not the seeds, so I'll keep an eye on that one, that's for sure. But once everything's backstacked on power, we'll use less and less. So yeah, that's going to be it for this episode. If you did enjoy the longer episode than normal, do hit that subscribe button to stay tuned. Thank you guys for watching. Bye.